So, when you think of Hatha Yoga, what comes to mind? Probably physical postures, right? A good stretch. But what if I told you that's just the tip of the iceberg? Maybe just the very first step on a much, much deeper journey. Well, today we're going to crack open an ancient manual called the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Its name literally means light on Hatha Yoga. So let's step into that light and see what it reveals.
Now, this is not some dusty, abstract philosophy book. Nope. The Hatha Yoga Pradipika, which was put together way back in the 15th century by a yogi named Swatmarama, is actually a practical, step-by-step guide. It's a how-to manual, really. It was designed to take you from mastering the physical body all the way to reaching higher states of consciousness.
And that brings up a really important question, doesn't it? I mean, today we mostly see yoga as a workout, or maybe a way to de-stress. So you have to ask, what was the original point of it all? Why did these ancient masters create such an incredibly detailed system for the body, the breath, and the mind? What were they really after?
Okay, so to figure that out, we're going to climb the ladder of Hatha Yoga, just like it's laid out in the text. We'll look at where it came from, check out the main practices for the body and breath, get to the bottom of its real purpose, and then bring it all back to see how we can use this wisdom today.
All right, let's jump in. First things first, to really get what the Pradipika is all about, we've got to look at its roots.
So even though this particular text was put together in the 15th century, its ideas are ancient. I mean, we're talking really ancient. The roots of these practices go back thousands of years. You can find mentions of them in texts like the Upanishads, way before the 6th century BC. So the author, Swatmarama, wasn't just making this stuff up. Think of him more like a master curator, organizing all the time-tested wisdom that had been developing for centuries.
And this quote right here, it just nails the original intention. Modern masters who studied this, like Swami Satyananda Saraswati, they point out that all the physical stuff we love about yoga today, that was just the warm-up. Seriously, the real goal was so much bigger. It was about getting your whole being, body, mind, everything, ready for a spiritual upgrade.
Okay, so let's take that first step onto the ladder. And the journey always begins with the physical body, with the practice we call asana.
The text is super clear about the path. It's a progression. You start with asana, the physical postures, to build a really solid foundation. Once you've got that, you move on to pranayama, which is all about controlling your energy using your breath. After that, you get into the more subtle stuff, like mudras and bandhas. Think of them as special gestures and internal energy locks. And all of this, every single step, is designed for one thing, to prepare you for Raja Yoga, the big one, the yoga of meditation and higher consciousness.
So the big question is, where do you even begin? Well, the text doesn't mess around. It tells you exactly where to start. What you're looking at here is a verse from the original Sanskrit. This is what it would have looked like to someone practicing hundreds of years ago. So cool. Let's see what it actually says. It says, prior to everything, asana is spoken of as the first part. I mean, you can't get much clearer than that, right? The postures come first. And the reason is simple. You're building steadiness, not just in your body, but in your mind too. You're creating health and a feeling of lightness. It's like you have to build a sturdy, seaworthy ship before you can sail into the deep ocean.
And wow, this system is huge. According to the tradition, the god Shiva first taught 84 primary asanas. But the Pradipika is a practical guide, right? It's not trying to overwhelm you. So it boils all that down and just focuses on the really essential postures you need for the journey.
All right, so once you've built that physical stability, the practice starts to turn inward. We move from the physical body to the subtle, energetic body, and that's where breath comes in.
So to really get this next part, we need to talk about prana. What is it? Well, you can think of it as the vital life force, the energy that runs through everything. And here's the key idea from the text. Your mind and your prana are totally connected. They're like two sides of the same coin. So when you learn to control your breath, which is what pranayama is, you're actually learning to control this vital energy. And when you control the energy, you steady the mind.
And just like with the postures, the text gives us a whole system for the breath. This verse you see here, it introduces the core techniques. They're called the 8 kumbhakas. Now, a kumbhaka is basically a specific way of holding your breath, and it's the absolute key to managing your energy.
And here's the list. Now, this isn't just some random collection of breathing exercises. This is a toolkit. It's for fine-tuning your entire energy system, kind of like tuning a guitar. You've got techniques like Surya Beta to build up heat and energy, and then you've got others like Shitali to cool things down. Some even use sound like Brahmari to really calm the mind.
Each one is a specific tool designed to clean out your energy channels so you can direct that life force exactly where you want it to go.
So, after you've got a handle on your breath, the text introduces even more advanced tools, mudras and bandhas. You can think of mudras, which are often hand gestures, as being like spiritual circuit boards, redirecting the flow of energy inside you. And bandhas are these powerful internal locks that you engage to concentrate that energy and keep it from just leaking out. It's all about gathering and sealing that power to prepare for activating your highest potential.
Okay, so we've got the postures, the breathing techniques, these energy locks, but why? What's the point of all this? What's waiting for us at the top of this ladder?
This quote really just sums it all up. The main objective, the whole point, is to create absolute balance. I mean, that's literally what the word Hatha means. Ha is the sun, the hot, active energy. Tha is the moon, the cool, receptive energy. And the whole idea is that when you bring these two opposite forces into perfect harmony, you activate a central energy channel that runs right up your spine. And that is the superhighway for higher consciousness.
And this, right here, is where the ancient perspective just blows our modern one out of the water. Look, the text knows you're going to get great health benefits. It acknowledges that. But it calls them only a byproduct. Just let that sink in for a second. Everything we usually go to yoga for, getting flexible, de-stressing, feeling good, this ancient text says that's just a side effect. The real goal was the intentional awakening of human consciousness.
So that's the big question, right? How do we, living our busy 21st century lives, actually connect with this incredibly deep, ancient wisdom?
Well, that's where modern commentaries come in. Think of people like Swami Satyananda Saraswati as translators, but not just of language. They're translating the entire context. They take these super condensed verses from the 15th century and unpack them, making them understandable and, most importantly, doable for us right here, right now.
And if you're feeling a little overwhelmed and wondering, okay, but where do I start? The text itself tells us over and over again, start with your body. Start with asana. It's not some deep philosophy you need to meditate on for years. It's a direct, practical instruction. You can't climb the ladder until you've pulled the first rung. The message is beautifully simple. Just start there.
You know, the name of this text, Hatha Yoga Pradipika, it means light on Hatha Yoga. But it can also mean something that is self-illuminating. It's a lamp. It was written to be a tool for you to light up your own inner world. So after seeing this ancient path laid out for us, the only real question left is, what will you illuminate?